do them first. Sitting there,
Then we need to mic.
away from Mike Finelli.
Yep.
Okay.
Kim, I'm picking up on it. Big echo.
An echo?
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 Do you have your headsets plugged in somewhere?
They plug the speaker into this. Maybe turn that
Let's
all the way
unplug it.
down.
When you unplug that.
No, the speaker has to be on, and the volume is all the way down. Well, it's down.
Very, very annoying.
Okay, well,
What's changed in here?
nothing. Nothing. Since my last meeting, nothing. Nothing has changed.
No battery?
And
No
your-
I
battery
put a new
changes?
battery in there, both PA system is on.
Yeah, is that off?
It's on.
When you turn that off, is that...
The bottom and the top are on, blue and red.
Is that better? That's what it must be.
Must be then.
All right, well, we'll
Yeah.
just move a
When
microphone
people
over
need to
there.
talk, then it goes on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Now I can concentrate.
Greenwich Township Committee, regular meeting of the Township Committee, September 17th, 2015. Members present, Bayleaf.
Yes.
Emiliani.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Adequate notice of this meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act by mailing the schedule of the Township Committee to the Express Times and North Star Ledger newspaper, posting a copy on the Township Bulletin Board, and filing a copy with the Township Clerk. All rise for the flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I need a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters, review vacation and sick time, superintendent of buildings, grounds, and public works, property maintenance officer, police, contract negotiations, PBA contract, and affordable housing.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion, roll call?
Bayleaf.
Yes.
Emiliani.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes. Okay. At this point in time, we're going to need about half an hour to go into executive session, so we ask if you guys could leave. And if, for yourself, John, if you see Mike Finelli coming in, feel free to start talking with him, and then we'll pick it up in here later.
What's the deal? How are you doing?
Hi.
Do the younger version.
It's a little cold in here.
So,
Yes, it is.
you want no phone?
Sean, can you,
Did you have a chance to talk to these guys, John?
Yes, I went, actually. I think we're all square away. Or they know what they have to do. Nice project, actually.
Good. Tim, can you shut that microphone, please? Reverb is killing me. Motion to come out of executive session?
motion?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's take care of the resolution.
Motion to approve Resolution 2015-63 for the affordable housing.
Read the first paragraph.
Whereas the Township Committee of Greenwich Township entered into the Municipal Shared Services Defense Agreement for the purposes as set forth therein, which include retaining a common expert in the declaratory judgment action, quote-unquote litigation, that was filed in accordance with in the matter of the adoption of NJAC 5:96 and 5:97 by the New Jersey Council on Affordable Housing. Need a
I'll make
motion?
the motion.
I'll second. Discussion? Roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Miliani?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. I need a motion. I have a letter of resignation here from Committeeman Tom Kalari. I need a motion to accept his resignation with significant regrets. I have a letter that I'd like to read into the record on his behalf.
Effective September 30th.
I was getting to that.
Okay. Into make the motion.
I will second it. And for the discussion portion, I will read his comments into the record. So at this point, I'll read Tom's initial letter to myself. I recently made the decision to relocate out of Greenwich Township due to personal reasons. I'm currently in the process. Therefore, please accept this letter of resignation from my position of committee effective September 30th. Please also accept my resignation from the position of Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator effective immediately. Upon your request and at your convenience, I will work with you to properly turn over the areas under my responsibility as committeeman, and I work with Chief Mexi to do the same with my position as Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator. I've notified both Deputy Chief Skelton and Joe Mexi of this development today. So here's Tom's actual letter. I want to follow up on my...
Can you pull your mic over a little bit?
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'll try to project a little better. Okay, you can hear me back there?
Thank you.
Okay, so here's Tom's formal letter. I wanted to follow up on my brief resignation letter with some details. As most know, I took a new job 5 months ago after being unemployed for 6 months. My new position is located more than an hour from Greenwich and also requires much travel. This has made a significant impact on my time with my children, and the travel coming up in the near future will affect my ability to properly perform my committee functions. I wanted to make sure the committee and residents understand I am making this decision based entirely on the changes in my personal life and the need to balance the demands on my time so that I can properly do the things expected of me. I have lived in Stewartsville for 18 years. I have coached basketball, baseball, softball, and soccer for all 3 of my children. I volunteered to serve on the Neighborhood Watch Team in Greenwich Chase, member of the CERT, Community Emergency Response Team, the Greenwich Township School Safety Committee, and have been the Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator for the last 14 years. As a member of the Township Committee, I have worked as liaison to the Recreation Committee, which has done great things for the children and families of Greenwich. I have worked to help restructure the police department, budget the purchase of new police cars and a license plate reader, and help with negotiation towards a new collective bargaining agreement. I have worked on the Open Space Committee, which has preserved thousands of acres of farmland. I have worked on the I assisted as co-liaison to the Department of Public Works to restructure the department and outsource some of the tasks, which has resulted in a substantial cost savings to the taxpayers. During my time as liaison to the fire department, we were able to purchase a quality used ladder truck and create a lease for land on which the department will construct a new firehouse in the near future. Together as the Township Committee, we have been creating an operational structure that aligns all departments to be more responsive to the taxpayers' needs over the coming years and will result in many capital expenditures that will not result in a tax increase to the residents. I am most of all proud of how this committee has been able to collaboratively work together to improve the town's performance while maintaining tax rates. I offer much thanks and appreciation to the taxpayers who afforded me the opportunity to serve this township. I wish the committee and all departments much success in your future endeavors. Tom Clark. And if I can just add something to that, I've had the pleasure of working with Tom for just the last 2 years, and I'll never forget when he came over to my house in the early times. My kid's reaction, the man simply couldn't be held down. He is just full of life, and it was reinvigorating to sit with the man just for 5 minutes. I found Tom to be very diligent, very professional, able to understand things at many different levels, and even during the interview processes that we were just going through recently, still continue to learn from the man. He will sorely be missed. He is definitely an asset to this committee as well as Greenwich Township, and it'll be a significant loss for us. So I do also know that he struggled with his time and commute and work commitments. The man was putting in a large amount of hours, including weekend work time as well with this new job, and it looks like he's finally made the commitment and in his life and made the right decisions for himself, and I wish him all the best of luck in the world. If anybody else would like to say anything?
Well, I feel exactly the same way you do, Jim. It's going to be, I'm going to sorely miss him. Tom's a dear, dear friend. I've known him for many years. He struggled with this. I know he did. He wanted to stay here. He wanted to remain on Township Committee, and he tried to remain on Township Committee, but when they told him that he was going to have to travel out of state, it was just between his children, his 3 children, who, as many know, he only gets to see certain weekends out of the month, and he needs to make sure that he has some time as his children become teenagers and they're being raised and they're going off to college. And he is a strong, dedicated family man who believes in God, and his children admire him completely, as do I. And I thank him for the years and the time that he's been able to give to this town, not just serving on Township Committee, but doing all the things that have touched the lives of many people in this township. And I thank him for that.
We all know the differences that I've had with Tom and Joe in the beginning years. And in spite of that, when the new group here took over, in the beginning, when I needed to perform a wedding, Tom was nice enough, and obviously everybody agreed, to allow me to take over his position as deputy mayor for the one day to perform a wedding. And I really appreciate that he did that for me. And, we've had a nice relationship, even though we've had differences. And he is, I know he is a good Catholic, and he loves those children. And anyone who does this job really, in spite of what people think, they really care about the town. So I know a lot of you may not miss him, but his heart is in the right place. So.
Thank you, Ed. So, motion to accept.
We make the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
So you'll begin the next one? Yes.
We do need to discuss, not tonight, but we'll have to figure out some of his responsibilities. I did let Jerry know that if he needs
Temporarily
any...
help out with rec,
Because
because I've been working with them now anyway for a booster club and all that other stuff. Well,
I
you'll have to-
let Jerry know that if he needs anything to reach out to me, and
Yeah.
so we'll figure out how to divvy up his
Yeah.
role.
Board of Ed, we've got to really work about that. Okay.
We have a lot.
Okay.
Okay, at this point, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Each member of the public shall be limited to 3 minutes to ensure completion of agenda items in a timely manner. Motion to open for public.
Make the motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's open to the public, for anybody who wants to come up and provide comments. Is the microphone on for
No.
this young gentleman?
Someone turn it off. Can you just turn it on?
Hit the button.
Right up at the top.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Sam Livingston. I'm a Life Scout working out of Troop 61 at the Presbyterian Church right across the river. I came here tonight to get my project approved for Eagle Scout. And it's a lot of approvals to get the project started. So basically what I'm going to be doing is for this walkway.
Is that microphone bothering you as much as it is me? Please turn it off. Yeah. Mike, could you hand him your microphone?
It's picking up on the recording.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We don't need that background noise killing us here.
Okay.
Go ahead, you're on.
So basically, this walkway right here, right next to the cornfield, I'm going to be digging in 4x4s and putting solar lead caps on it to light the walkway at night. And I'm going to be digging in right next towards the road, so it doesn't mess with any
Farming.
field crops, any of that farming. And I just need to know if there's any permits or anything I need to check out.
Mike, have you looked into this? Or you?
Well,
is this-
I spoke with the nice young man and his father out before the meeting, out in the hallway for 10-plus minutes or so. And I explained to him what I thought, after he explained the project to me, and then I got a handle on exactly what he's looking to do, and materials, and construction techniques, etc. This is what I said. I said, well, you obviously need to get the township's approval, which will, I'm sure what they will do is they will also look to both me and to Joe Mexi to make sure that what we think about it, and if there's any suggestions we could make, and Joe more so from the maintenance of the bike path issue.
Correct,
The
because he
offset,
has to
because
shovel.
of plowing the bike
Right,
path
yeah.
and so forth, okay. So there's the township pool. There's no township permit per se. Then I said the most difficult step that I see in the process, he's going to need a permit from the county because he's in the county right away. And I gave him a name and a phone number to call to start discussing the project and so forth. And I offer my help in intervening if necessary.
Mike, excuse me, I missed something. This is the bike path from connecting Town Hall up to Greenwich Chase, that area. That, we're talking that length.
No, 1 mile of it.
Okay, 1 mile of it. Okay,
It'll be posted every 25 feet.
gotcha. Okay.
How close is that to the road?
What side of the sidewalk is it on?
Well, he's saying
It's on the roadside.
on the roadside.
And the roadside
Which
just
it
off
needs
the
to
Because
be
you gotta
on the
stay
roadside.
away
It
from
can't
the-
be on
you
other
can't be
side.
by the
Yeah,
farmers.
it'd be- well,
It would kill the project.
How big are these things?
And it's
2 feet off the ground.
going to be
2 feet off the ground.
So it's going to be a 4x4, dug in 2 feet into the ground, so it's not going to be super high, so you still see the path, but it's not going to be like super bright LEDs, so you can't see where you're walking.
Okay, so this will be a 4x4 post, in essence, into the ground. We're not talking a delicate light that you would see for, you know where I'm thinking, right? 'Cause it'd just get ruined. with
Gotta be
the-
cement?
with
Cement in it?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I got you. Good.
So Joe Mexi, really, he'll be back in a week. He's
How
gonna
far in is it
work-
gonna go?
It's going to be 2 feet
Yeah, we actually spoke of what I recommended.
Yeah, okay.
Was, you know, securing the post. You know, he's gonna have to talk to Joe about how far off the side of the path these lights need to be, because when he's taking, you know, in the middle of a snowstorm or after a snowstorm, when he starts trying to clear that path,
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not gonna wanna be taking off solar lights.
No.
So,
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't want it to be taken
oh,
off
of
either.
course not, exactly. And, okay, so getting back to where I was talking about the county permit, and then I said, even though technically there's no legal responsibility as I see it, he should talk to Mr. Santini as well as the property owner. He's not in Mr. Santini's property, but, you know, there's a lot of equipment that's working nearby and so forth, so out of courtesy, it's the right thing to do. So, committee's approval, county's approval, Mr. Santini's blessing, I'll call it, and I would think we're,
Well, I have one more approval I'd like to know about, and that would probably be the insurance liability.
Right, You're
Just
very
making
close to the
sure-
road.
Making sure that
you
there's
know.
no, that they know and they're okay with it, because we had to get, you know, they had to come out and look at the path when the path was being done.
Okay.
You're going to be working
It sounds like a fun project. I think it's a great opportunity. If we can get some light there, that would be a great thing.
and let me add something that neither of the two gentlemen said, but they explained it to me, and it made a lot of sense. The mile that they're referring to basically takes it from this terminus down in town
Mhm.
up to Wyndham Farm, where you have some ambient light.
Oh, okay.
So that 1 mile
It's
is,
the
I don't
darkest.
think it's a mile by virtue of they want to light a mile. I think it's a mile because it's going from where there's light and existing, you know, ambient facilities around to where it ends or starts. So it's like...
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's up next to the cornfields.
It makes sense.
The length through the cornfields.
My concern is, will you be on the road at all? And, you know, what precautions are you going to take for, you know, traffic? You might want to talk to the police department as well.
So while we build it, we'll have bright colored strips that we already have scalped in.
Oh, okay.
And it's about 3 or 4 feet from the sidewalk to the actual road. So we have some breathing room to actually place the light. So if anything
How many
goes
feet, I'm sorry?
3 or 4 feet,
From the edge of the road. In some cases, the path is elevated above the road, as you know. So from the edge of the pavement to where you foresee installing these lights, you're saying it's 3 or 4 feet?
about
Okay, and how many feet off of the edge of the path? Like going towards the road?
anywhere from a few inches if we can to a foot.
Okay. Yeah, that's where Joe, I see Joe having a lot of input because of the plowing and the maintenance of the sidewalk. And the county as well, because they actually trim the vegetation along the roadside. So, you know, you're gonna wanna offset the light enough so Joe doesn't hit it with the plow when he plows the bike path. But you know, the more you offset it off the edge of the road, then the closer to the road it gets. So, you know, I'm sure there's an area in there that will be as far off the road as possible and also as far off the edge of the bike path as possible.
It's a lot of digging, not digging, I mean the light, I mean a lot of things you've got to go through to get to that point. When are you starting? When, like, as soon as possible? So you're really talking about spring, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's better you working now on it. Yeah.
You got lots of time. Got lots of time. So how many things did we throw at you today? County,
Oh,
Maxine?
he took the
Police.
out
Snow.
the hallway.
police,
He's got names,
insurance,
phone numbers.
Okay,
and he's really-
Good,
and snowplow.
good.
All right, 6 things. That isn't that bad. It's not that insurmountable. Okay. So why don't we get some input from Joe Mexi and Mike on this, and then perhaps at the next meeting we can make a determination once we know a little bit more.
Mhm.
Is that-
Well, we like it, yeah.
What's your
We like it,
guys'
but-
thoughts on it?
We're gonna have to check with Mexi.
I see an income opportunity here where you can rent out space on each post for advertising. I don't know if you have you gone down that?
We have a sign ordinance, please.
Okay, great, thanks for bringing that up. Any other questions? No? Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
Good luck, Dave.
Any other public comment? Motion to close?
61238 Richland Hill Road. As the former court administrator here for Greenwich Township, I prepared a monthly court report, and I see there's one from the DPW, one from the police, but I don't see anything from the court. Is the township getting any type of report? Do we know how much money is being turned over to the town now that it's a joint court with Cohasset? Just wondering.
Yes.
Getting any type of, we're making any money? How much are we giving them monthly? We, there's a substantial amount of money now that is not in our town.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, if not, motion to close public comment.
Make the motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and to address the question regarding the shared services court, as you all know, we entered into a shared services agreement this year with Cohasset Township. There was a court analysis that was done. Pretty much the basis of that was a court analysis that was done in July of 2014. In summary, what we're looking at is approximately, in two comparisons. One is 18 hours for Greenwich Township's court operations versus 9 hours in Cohasset Township. And the average cost of an issue in Greenwich Township was around $65 versus $17 in Cohasset Township. That rate was, in that analysis, that rate per issue went from something around $45 in, where are we, 14, 13, 12, $45 in 2012, up to that $65 in 2014, whereas in Cohasset Township, they went from $14 up to $17, roughly. So, yes, we also do have a report, I don't know if it's in here.
We just received a report from Cohasset for all of July and August,
Okay.
so it's current. It didn't make it into the agenda. It didn't make it time frame.
Right.
It's going to be on the October agenda.
Okay.
And at that point, it'll be July, August, and
And what do we reconcile,
Maybe
quarterly
September.
or annually? I
I'm
can't
sorry?
even remember.
Monthly, she gives a report as to what is...
But is that when the
Submitted to
financial
the township,
transactions
yes.
are done as well?
Yes.
I don't know if you can
Well,
speak for
she's-
Kathleen, but...
I mean, and
Is that
Kathleen
what-
has a copy of it, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But being that they just took it in July, it's...
Yeah, we haven't,
Mhm.
it hasn't had time
Mhm.
to process. So hopefully that satisfies.
They're current for all of July and August.
Okay. Good, thank you, Kim. We're going to table the approval of minutes and move on to tax lien,
Payment of bills, you want to do that?
Payment of bills.
payment of bills. Okay, I need a motion to approve payment of bills in the amount of $182,972.87.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Discussion, roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Miliani?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. What tab are we on with the resolutions? 4. Okay, 61 and 62. So I need, and I already did 63. I need a motion adopting resolution 2015-61, refund of tax overpayment, block 23.18, lot number 5, in the amount of $3,113.25.
Make the motion.
Second?
Discussion, roll call?
Bailey's?
Yes.
Miliani?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes. I need a motion to adopt resolution 2015-62, tax lien overpayment for block 2309, lot number 18, in the amount of, two amounts, I can't add them, $6,681.12, and another for $140.16.
Make a motion?
Second?
Discussion, roll call?
Bailey's,
Yes.
Miliani, Adams.
Yes. Okay, Municipal Park Leaf Program. And I don't know if you
We
got,
put it in the Community Day.
You did?
Mailer, yes, we did.
thank you. Well, I didn't know how I was going to pull that off, and
I got it
literally,
in.
I didn't have time to
I know.
focus on it. What about a booth or something?
Yeah, we have it there. We're
Yeah,
in.
so you got to take it.
Yeah, we're in.
All right, so Joe Mexie's not here tonight, but I'll read into the record the leaf pickup program that we're going to be,
We have copies of that at the Community Day. Go
Yeah.
ahead, I'm sorry.
we'll be piloting this. We'll be having a booth at Community Day so that residents can understand what needs to happen. Pretty much what we're talking is week of October 12th through end of October. Greenwich Chase, Wyndham Farms, Paysetter, Bryan Estates, Stewart Hunt, and all the other locations north, and then another wave in November for the south side of town, Greenwich Hills North, South, Kennedy Mills, Greenfields, and all others locations south. Joe's put together a great list of do's and don'ts, but in essence, we're going to be mandating that only bagged leaves will be picked up, as well as placed in bags left at the curbside on your property, not in the street. There's a big issue with it being put in the street, as we've learned from other townships. And Joe will make sure that the bags are available for sale.
Wondering if we could get something on a card and send it.
It would be great if we could do a little calendar magnet
Yeah.
or something like that,
Something like that.
and it just goes out, and it's got
Price
the,
it. I'll price it.
it's got the,
And then everybody gets it.
and it's
every
got the
now-
rules, the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, like don't use plastic.
So thank you, Joe Mexie,
Yep.
who's enjoying himself in
Well, in Wildwood.
Wildwood. 102 Bradford, all right, so I don't know if this is on your radar, but I wanted to know it isn't, but I wanted to get an update on 102 Bradford.
I went to court on Monday, the 14th, in Pawcon Township. It's about my fourth time there with various things. There was two cases, Auckland Bank and BSI Property Maintenance. Auckland Bank we settled with, and they were fined $4,200.
How much?
$4,200. And as part of that $4,200, there was contempt of court, there was fines, and there was also the grass mowing that the township did. And then BSI, the property maintenance company that took over in April, finally cleaned out the house, and the house is now completely empty. There is nothing on the floors, the carpet's been ripped up, it is completely bare, the appliances are gone, the garage is
Wow.
empty, it's
I
bare.
gotta
We have to go down
I
from,
won't
yeah,
I'm not going there, not even for the sniff test.
yes.
Go around the block.
It is,
I'll-
it is movable, yeah. But, it is completely done, it is secure. The grass is being mowed once a week. That was part of the condition of the court case. And their fines were also $4,200 with contempt of court and grass mowing fees that were due to the town. So the town received $8,400 in fines. $8,400.
So it's another 42.
Yes, so $8,400
Excellent.
from that. One is from Auckland Bank and BSI.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Elaine?
I'm going to table the Planner McManus. There is something that the zoning officer wanted to have done. I had hoped she would be able to at least give me the update so that we could at least introduce it, then get it back to the land use board for recommendation, then bring it back so that we can help out Dave Barretto, but didn't seem to work out that way. So I'm hoping land use board will be able to accomplish their recommendation come their next meeting, which should be the second Wednesday, Mike? of the month of October? Okay. Our Community Day update, we have had a tremendous amount of response. We have a flyer that's going out, paid for fully by the sponsors. We have a hot air balloon. We have tethered rides, we have a hot air balloon. We have a ton of scouting. We have our services, fire department, I believe rescue, and the churches and
The
seniors and
the
rides and pony rides.
School PTO, the school,
Teachers Association.
Association will be here.
Board of Ed will be here.
Yes. The DEP will be here, to
Yes.
discuss, Pacesetter and the issues with the well. The Warren County Health Department will actually be here this year as a vendor. That worked well.
Yeah.
That was slick on their part, yeah. Pulled pork, we have lots of different food this year. There'll be a lot more food.
Yes,
Beer
we
tent's been
increased the food.
relocated. We have a band
And the beer
a
tent is
DJ.
going to be manned by the new Booster Club for recreation. We've got all their numbers in, they're doing the beer and wine tent, and they're also doing, decorating a cupcake. So that should be great for
And
them.
this year, the side where the basketball court is, the band will not be there, the beer tent will not be there. It's going to be all on the other side because Sam Santini is now the owner of the Reno property, and he is allowing me to utilize the field. So half of the field will be used for parking, and the other half will be for all our rides and pony rides, and so we're going to expand it out into the park.
And we
You've had this
also
in there for a
have
couple of years.
TJ Kalari coming to
Yes, and
DJ.
Yeah.
And
Tom's son is doing it
Tom will
for
also be
free.
here.
Yeah.
He made it a
Yes,
point.
Tom's son, DJ, that does dances and things, he's going to be our DJ, and he's doing it as part of a community service project so it'll be free. And we have Home Depot and Lowe's and Target, Applebee's will be here, and a lot of,
We had a lot of nice donations.
yes.
Yes, very nice.
Did you know?
Yeah, there's a finale.
I was gonna say, 'cause I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's a finale.
Oh, yeah, Finelli's ad's there, he's all good, and Finelli's making the
okay.
signs.
Oh, Mrs. Snell?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to be coordinating.
Yeah, I need one of those
your-
signs for
Your
City
sign
Hall
guy
for relay
for
for
Oh,
this
sorry,
year.
guys. Yeah, well, no
Yes.
problem.
And we have
Once a
banner
relay.
this year and everything. And Phillipsburg Hyundai, they were a big supporter this year for the first time, and they're donating and sponsoring the pony rides for the kids. So-
Second time.
Huh?
The second time.
Phillipsburg Hyundai, and they're actually going to have a
You
booth
won
here
it.
with a car,
I gave
and
5,000.
balloons
You won
and
it.
things, yeah. Oh, he did for yours, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Not last year for the
On
celebration.
the windows, new owners.
Yeah.
what was his name, Andy Wright?
Yeah, he's still doing the commercials, but there's big
Oh.
paper in the window saying,
Oh,
Yeah, Eric.
You mean something, right? No, no.
I don't know.
Andy Wright, yeah. that was-
You gotta look in the windows when you drive by.
Oh, really?
I'm learning all kinds of good things tonight.
Well, I'm spending more time on that side of town.
Well, the Tom thing is what I meant. I mean,
Oh,
more so than
okay.
Andy Wright being selling the Hyundai dealership.
Okay, you have a police report for Tom?
Yeah, anything else for,
No, I'm good. Community Day is rocking and rolling.
okay. I'm going to table the police monthly report.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just give highlights on the, I just love it, and, the DPW buildings grounds. I was speaking with Joe Mexi today, and it's just great to see this kind of outline here for all the things that he is handling, and a lot of them tie into some of the capital projects improvement, with 17 storm drains actually repaired and 6 remaining. I don't know if you've seen these things around the township, but it really looks good. I gotta hand it to the guy. It really looks good, and I start seeing these little decals in the streets, I guess, in preparation for road paving or whatever they're gonna do. So there's a lot of stuff going on in his area here. The one thing I want to take action on is the municipal court prosecutor. So Kim, I need some memory adjustment here. So Roger Skoog has requested permission from us, so our
To
municipal
continue in a
court
case that-
administrator,
yes.
prosecutor,
Mhm.
okay? We have since moved the court to Cohasset Township, so there's maybe a legal question.
It's not going to be in Lopakon, it's up at Warren County Superior Court.
Okay,
It's been transferred up there, and he's been handling the case, so wanted approval from the township to continue to prosecute this case.
you have a conflict,
He's my
okay?
seller's attorney.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're conflicted out.
You can,
I can recuse myself.
There won't be a quorum then.
Oh, because you knew all
recuse or abstain.
Abstain?
You could
You
abstain.
can abstain, and then you have majority
Okay.
vote.
All right.
Okay, and is there any other legal issue
Yes.
that would be
Huh?
holding this up? I don't...
Yes.
No, okay.
Yeah, I can abstain and
You
still...
can abstain.
They can
Yeah.
still carry it.
And they
Okay.
can still carry.
All right, so, I need a motion to authorize, former municipal court prosecutor Roger Skoog to,
To prosecute the existing case for the Superior Court on a Greenwich Township Court matter.
and I will second the motion. Discussion, roll call?
Okay,
Yes.
so Angela, you made the motion?
Yes.
And Jim seconded it, okay.
Yes.
Okay, Thales,
Yes.
Emiliani,
Abstain?
Adams.
Yes.
Okay. Motion carried.
Okay, good. Mr. Finelli, you're up.
Oh,
Yes.
just a couple updates. Well, let me ask you a question. There's 4 items under my name that obviously somebody came up with, which
Jim
is
did.
fine.
Off the top of
I
my
have
head.
a guess, who might that
Wait,
be?
you have a report though, right, Mike?
Yeah, I
He
do
has
have
a
a report of, well, one of these items is not in the report, which is item 3.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you want me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the other stuff in my
Do it.
report that's not listed?
That would be perfect.
The items
Ready,
that are
set, go.
action items,
Excuse me?
items that are actionable.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I
Okay.
that aren't on the agenda, but are in my report, and we do need to talk about.
The only reason abandoned properties is there as a reminder,
It's fine.
okay? Because of the folks that came in, and it was just like, oh, well, what about this, what about that, and what about...
Kim sent me the agenda, I brought 5.
Perfect.
Okay. Old school, RFP, we call it RFQ, request for qualifications, it's, slight difference. I sent it to you yesterday, I was hoping to get it out a little earlier than yesterday. I don't know if anybody's took a look at it. Oh, you don't remember getting it?
I don't remember getting it.
It came, I'm going to say, end of the day yesterday, later afternoon kind of thing.
Is there a physical?
Yeah, well, I brought 5.
Do we have it in the packet, or not?
Okay. This is the RFQ we prepared. The dates are blanked out, and I sent it, when I sent it via email yesterday, I basically said, here, take a look. You might want to tweak a couple things, but it's certainly a good foundation for what we want to do, for what the instructions were from last month.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, I coincidentally got a call from Mike Margulies today. And he called me on for 2 reasons. One, he had heard about the RFQ and wanted to just know what was going on. And I sent him a copy. And he wanted to update me on the application to the trust fund. And then he sent me the email he sent you guys yesterday.
You sent an email yesterday? Oh,
Yes, he sent an email to Kim, Jim, Joe, and Elaine. And it was basically about that he thinks you need to tarp the roof
Mhm.
because he apparently had difficulty in his presentation to the Conservancy Trust defending.
You're not an easy group.
Yeah. So he said he thinks it would go a long way towards, showing commitment and securing the grant, which will be next month.
Yeah, he's asked me to attend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he wanted me to relay that, fine, you're good. So,
It's right
I don't know if you
after,
wanna
is it
look-
right after the sewer meeting? I think it's,
I don't know.
yeah, I think it is. I think that's one of the days I have double
He
meetings.
said it was, what day did he say? it
Yeah,
was?
I
I've been offered,
I
I
have
said,
it
you
in
know,
my
if
calendar.
the committee wants, not that I'm suggesting I need to be there, but,
And Mike, he's saying $500, he can have that tarp, I mean, do you think that's something DPW can do, or, I mean, we're talking,
you know,
Tarps, I don't
he
know.
estimated in the email about needing $500 to basically park the roof.
If you agree that that's what the cost would be?
Well, I think he's actually talked to a roofer. I suspect this is a little more than buying a tarp at Home Depot and
Right.
going secured on the
right.
roof. That sounds a little much, but I don't know. I mean, you know, I have no reason to doubt that that's the price he got. I mean, he's not making any money out of it. And, you know, he said it would, you know, would go a long way towards his, you know, likelihood of success with the group next month.
Well, and that would be something to consider, though, too, because even if we don't get the grant, we can't do the remediation to the roof. If we tarped it.
Here's my question. We have applied 3 times or 2 times, municipal charity.
Twice.
They've never asked us to cover the roof. They've never
Well, the
asked
shingles
for
are
it.
flying
Well,
off
it's
all over,
over
and the,
now.
and there's
Only about
things,
2 years.
yeah.
Well, I don't
Well,
know,
it's better for
apparently when they
safety
did their inspection and their walkthrough,
They were up on the roof.
there were comments made by members about the roof.
Well, you walk in the building, you see the rain coming in. Yeah, there are issues with the roof.
Mhm.
I don't think we
It
can
didn't happen
dispute that.
today or yesterday.
No. All right,
Okay, what
so,
else you
So
got?
there's
only $500,
There's
I mean,
parallel things.
Sounds like something to...
well, yeah,
There's the
so,
RFQ, and then there's the Mike Margulies thing.
there's the, yeah, well, what is the stance of the committee with regard to our direction on the old school? Do we go down the RFQ path? Does that interfere with the trust at all? The two are independent, right?
Independent.
Okay.
This is such an early step in the process, it's, yeah, no, you can definitely.
So we
you
have
can
to, we have
definitely
to
walk.
authorize the $500 for them to put it, so at least we are doing everything we can, and if they give us the money, great. I mean, they've given us a lot of money, I don't know what they're gonna do.
They have given us a lot of money, and I think Mike Margulies had some financials in there.
Yeah,
For-
because
for
we
the
have
grant.
to, yeah. we have to.
So before we spend any more money on it, I want to make sure we're okay with putting the share that he had indicated up for, you know, I want to understand, are we putting money into this place or not? You know, what are we going to
What our
do?
commitment is in terms of, so that he could bring it back to the charitable and municipal and tell them that we're committed to spending X number of dollars? Was he
Yeah.
what was his grant? I never even heard what he was
I
applying
never got a
for.
copy of the
I
grant.
have not-
He mentioned to me today
I've never heard of before the
The
governing
amount-
body what he was gonna be
of
asking.
$40,000, which I
Well,
thought,
hang on, so he came before the governing body,
I must not have been
and we authorized him to do this.
To file the grant, but we
file
didn't
the
know how
grant.
much it was gonna be for. Did we?
No, but we did know the split.
We did know the
knew,
split?
oh, yeah.
Well,
We knew it was going to be, what was it, 25, 75?
Yes, the
25%, 75.
but you didn't know what the total was.
We didn't know what the total dollar amount was at
Okay,
all.
that's the question.
At all.
They're in the details, you know.
Well, all right, so he's come back, and what were we on the hook for? As a township, what is it, 14 grand?
I thought I saw that number.
well, it's
1450.
40, he mentioned $40,000, that's what the grant is. So if you're 40,000, if that's the grant
20%
amount,
would be
10,000, would be
14.
what, 10,000?
Well, 20% of it? I think
No,
it's,
that's 25, right? Yeah. It's 40.
yeah, I remember
You know
seeing
what,
14 in the,
I'm a step removed from this
Yeah,
process.
you are.
I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
don't know.
Do we have a copy of Mike's information here?
Margulies?
Yeah.
No,
So I'll pull it up.
I didn't bring it. I didn't know it was going to be discussed.
I know it's in here.
But Kim should have a copy of this stuff. It
Yes,
should
she
be
should.
part of, you know. we're going out and we're going to apply for something, we should have a copy of whatever we're applying
I would-
with,
I would
so we
think we
can
would
answer
have.
questions.
You don't, there's not a copy?
I
I
haven't,
have a copy. You
Oh.
sent me a copy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you provide it to us now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I gotta go get it. You emailed it to me.
Well, yeah, we're trying to figure out what the dollar
Okay,
amount
well,
is.
he emailed it to me.
What I'd like to do is get our commitment for that grant. So, and then we put the $500 on, and then, huh?
I think we were right.
I-
That's why he's before that board.
I don't think we ever voted on the dollar amount.
No, we never voted on the dollar amount.
We
We voted
approved-
on
what we
him
did
going
was his-
to do the application.
His fee,
Yes,
that we approved.
yes.
Now he's got the grant, and I don't believe
Feels like
we,
you skipped a step,
well, it's that minor step there, that,
information.
so, yeah, why don't you want to cover another topic, and then we'll
Yeah.
come back to this one.
Sure. Well, okay, we're gonna come back to the old school altogether, fine. Because the other half of this we gotta talk about too, which is the RFQ. Okay. Second item on the agenda, Dumont Road update. Okay.
Let me know when you want me to chime in.
I'm gonna make this quick, because basically Dumont is now about 98% done, 99 maybe. The only thing left there are signs that need to be erected at the crosswalks locations. The warned drivers of the crosswalk. Those are not up yet. Everything else is done. We got our first requisition for payment, believe it or not, that came in this afternoon. So that will be on for October. Right now, we are darn close to being right on budget. We may be, with some of the inlet work that we authorized last month, it may be a very nominal overage once you do all the change orders, because there's some plus items, there's some minus items. So, I'm very pleased with how the project came out with. There was clearly, the contractor, I think, did a nice job. There's some issues with traffic control that did we get a rude
A
awakening.
lesson learned.
Oh, a big lesson.
But, you know, I don't know what, in some respects, even when the police were doing it, there were still issues. So, it's not, it wasn't even, it went beyond just, it's whatever, it's done. So,
Yeah, it's done.
So, I'm done, really.
Yeah, I was just surprised, maybe I missed something, but I thought it was going to go up to the entrance to ShopRite. I was surprised that it stopped where it did.
That was when the budget shorts, remember way back when, after the
Yeah,
first
I
bid?
remember there was a shortfall, but I thought the shortfall stopped at the entrance to ShopRite.
Well, we don't have enough money. We didn't have enough money budgeted to go that far. I mean, that's, even though it's only another couple
I
hundred
guess we
feet,
didn't,
I
but...
mean, it's pretty close.
The only thing that we did do was put the striping back so it does look good.
Yeah.
The striping,
I mean, it's not, the road is in good shape.
it is
So,
very well done.
It's all right,
So,
but,
next month, be ready for, and you'll get a letter from me with a recommendation for payment, but the bill's gonna be $200,000+.
Yeah, but we have some of them.
It may be paid for in one bill, which is almost unheard of for a project like that, but, okay.
It does look really nice.
Thank you. I know it's been,
I've seen more bikers on it now than ever. Go ahead.
I've made it up to the north end of town to take a look at it.
good. It's, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from me.
It's a
and
big
our
hike these
office
days, let me tell you.
down that road.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The next item is the abandoned property list. So, again, I haven't done anything. The last thing that was done was when we sent if you remember this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Our little spreadsheet with the color codes and the various property summaries. 108 Washington, I think Jim specifically, that was with Frank. To,
Yes.
yeah, you know, I
so
don't
we'll get
know,
the
I haven't
update.
heard anything, I don't know where that's at. And again, and I really haven't done anything with any of the other properties either. Since we updated this list, which is from May. Yeah, it was May 19th. So, and now, so it's 4 months ago.
Okay. All right, so I think the purpose really was to, as a reminder for the 519, to understand where, if things had happened there or not. And also to regain some understanding as to where that list is, what do we need to do with it, refresh it. I didn't expect you to have a whole detailed analysis here for us for this meeting.
But Washington Street is in Frank's hands?
Yeah.
We did a report. That's the only one we actually did more of a detailed inspection. We prepared a report which basically classifies the building as, I forget the phrase, but demolition ready. That it is structurally unsound for habitation. But there are legal steps, if we even want to get to that point, to entertain, to knock the thing down. I mean, so somebody has an interest in that building, whoever it may be. So, maybe somebody wants to...
I've never read it, that's why I said.
Yeah, well,
For next month.
yeah, we'll table it
We don't
for...
have the application.
Oh, that he sent electronically, is that?
Yeah,
We
this-
only sent the list of the amount of things that we've gotten grants for.
No,
That's the actual application to the Municipal and Charitable Trust.
If he
for
sent
the
it to
roof.
you, because I went through
I don't
every
have
single
it.
email from him.
How do you spell this? M-A-R-G?
Yeah,
M-A-R-G.
UI.
M-A-R-G.
UILES. Is that right? Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Okay. The project is, okay, here we go. So, all right. Good morning, Jim. And hope you're having a nice holiday weekend. The project is for roof work and building envelope stabilization, limited repair of windows, doors, and masonry, as well as the professional fees to develop drawings and specifications for the work. Total project budget is $59,800, with $44,850 requested in the grant, and $14,950 as a dedicated match from the township. So it is $14,950 from the Greenwich side.
But we
Did
don't
he
have a
include
copy
me
of
in
that
that email?
application.
No, well, it's in my...
Okay.
I
Did
can,
he include me in that email?
I can forward this to you guys.
Because I don't have that.
I don't know what I did with it, but I will forward this to him now.
Okay.
Include. I don't know if it will go, but... Okay, so how do we want to proceed on this? You know, I understand putting the tarp up for $500. Of course, we're not going to wait for the grant. I'm assuming there's a long duration to get us the grant.
No, like November, you'll know.
Well, I bet you a month before, though.
What? We didn't award grants on that committee until November,
Oh.
December.
Okay.
All right, so,
That
All right.
might be a month before.
They may have changed it to October, but I don't see it being...
Won't be
in-
on October.
all right, so how do we move forward? We don't have this in front of us. What's our flavor? How do we feel on spending 15 grand to stabilize roof and envelope structure?
We gave him the initial okay, right, for 25%. We didn't know what the total was going to be. We've only just recently found this out.
That's correct.
So we never really had an idea of $14,000 for this.
That is correct.
So he's already put the application in. We've already done the resolution supporting it. Is that, did we do that?
We've
Because we
done,
have to do a resolution.
I don't
Did we do a
believe,
resolution
I
supporting
don't
it?
believe we have done anything authorizing,
We did
Or
a motion
supporting.
authorizing him to submit the grant. I don't believe that we've done a resolution of support
But they-
of this project.
I understand, well, from having served on that committee for 8
Mhm.
years, we always had to have a resolution from the governing body supporting the application and the commitment for the funding.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's-
ringing a bell.
That-
I don't,
You're right.
I don't
I know.
recall that we've done that.
I don't
I
believe
don't
that we
recall
have.
doing it, hearing about it either.
No. Because then we would have known these dollar amounts
Mhm.
right off the bat.
The application, as I understand it, was submitted, they've done their site inspection, and he's given a presentation. So, we're halfway done. I mean, you could theoretically withdraw if you wanted to, you know.
I'll be honest, I thought when we authorized him, it was like to do grant writing and come before us and tell us what he was writing grants for, not just Conservancy Trust, but others as well. So, I don't know, I'm confused.
No, we
because-
authorized him up to $2,900 to submit this grant that was due in the summer to the Conservancy Trust. And he came before us, and he said he was going to do the grant, not for any type of major thing. He just wanted to stabilize it and do
For
stabilization of the school.
$2,900.
And so we authorized him up to $2,900 to
Mhm.
do the grant application to submit to the Conservancy for the stabilization. And
Correct.
he
I
felt the
agree that
most
we-
important thing was the roof.
I agree that we
Because of
authorized the
that.
$2,900 for his
Right.
part in this, but I don't remember the presentation of him coming to us and saying it's going to cost $59,000 and will we commit to 14 grand.
No,
He didn't do that.
no, he hasn't done that.
So we have a special meeting on the 1st. Add that to the agenda. Have this distributed. Elaine, work with,
I just sent him an
Joe
email.
Torriello, and let's
I
figure
just
out
sent him an
what
email
we wanna do.
requesting that he submit the entire grant application electronically to me so that I can forward it to you.
Put it on the October and have him come here the October.
When is the,
You have-
there's
you
a
have
meeting?
special meeting on the 1st?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you available?
Oh, I will look. What day is the week?
Thursday.
So the first
It's the
Thursday?
first Thursday.
Yes, I am available. I was going to say, yeah, first Thursday I don't have a meeting. I would recommend you inviting Tim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because in his memo, he talks about the next meeting of the Conservancy Trust being the 5th.
Correct.
So the timing...
Is very
good.
close.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so we got to come into the room either willing to put 15 grand up for this or not. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Kathleen better know what our finances.
Anything else, Mr. Mike?
Oh, yes, unfortunately, sorry. I don't have to occupy the whole agenda here. I won't bother with any of the other update items. You can look at my report if you could. Dump truck, we've taken care of the contract with that. I'm not sure where it's at, but I kind of handed that off to Joe. to
Dump
deal
truck
with.
is done. We've done the purchase order a
Oh,
little bit, and
okay.
Bob Bobcat has placed the order for the
Oh,
truck.
good, okay, because, yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
handed it off to Joe and to Ken as well. Okay, last thing. There was a letter that was received, I think, we got a copy, and it went to the township, and this is an obligatory, program that every town is gonna have to get involved with, and it is I'll call it the GIS stormwater program being administered by the Highlands Council. We had sent, Gene Weber's kind of been handling this for us, we sent some stuff to Kim, a few weeks ago now.
Mhm.
There's a $15,000 grant that is intended and definitely should cover all the costs associated with this program. What this is it's the next step in the state's mapping of the state of New Jersey. Because what this does is it gets down to specific coordinate values on every outfall in the township. And part of this $50,000 grant includes a GIS receiver and software and training. So, we had put together an outline of the tasks and the associated costs. Clearly, it would be all us, pretty much.
It doesn't have anything to do with conformance.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
There's another one that came through, and I'm not even going to talk about tonight, that does. But
Mm.
that's actually the color build-out one
Mhm.
itself, but
Mhm.
this does not. This is completely unique, different, and that's the deal. So, at some point, you're going to need to do this. It's not mandatory right now, but there is this $15,000 grant that's out there.
Is it 50 or 15?
15.
Okay, so is there a deadline we have to have on this?
Gene, again, like I said, has really been, and I don't see one, and I've talked to Gene a lot about it, and I haven't heard. So I don't know, Elaine.
Okay, so if you can find that out, then we can make
Yeah.
either decision now or later, or what do you want to do? When it comes to the
Again,
Highlands,
you're
you
getting
know.
this, you're getting this, kind of thrown at you here. It was, actually,
Doesn't obligate us. I don't
it's
know.
actually, not even it's the last item in my report, it was when you go back and look at that.
Do we have to do anything tonight?
No, you don't have to. I started out there if you wanted to. A couple of the towns we represent have authorized this, and a couple have not, and want to wait. And that doesn't mean that what you should do. That's just, so not everybody is jumping on board right now. So, okay. I'll mention you next month. We'll get it more of a deadline scenario for what this is.
Yeah,
And that would
and that would be 100% paid for by them, right?
100% paid for by them.
Mhm.
And there's,
What's the
you know what I'm
downside?
going to do?
But you're not stating that it's mandatory per the tiers, and we are in the tiers. This program is mandatory.
It's
So it's not a question of whether or not we want to, we
You
have to.
have to.
Yeah, it is obligatory. And it doesn't matter, I think,
So we should just do it.
GIS map, your storm runoff flows, this is right out of my report. This is not an optional program. It is mandatory for both Tier A and Tier B municipalities. We're Tier A. And then blah, blah, blah. And we'll talk about it at the next meeting. So, yeah, we'll wait till next month.
Is there financials that need to be?
Yeah, what are the
done in
facts?
No, he said $15,000 is what
Yeah.
the grant application, and it's no cost to us.
Yeah, we,
Okay. All right, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah,
All I heard was 15,000, Mike, I'm sorry.
So-
Let me here's just to break down the cost of 15, just for what it's worth, and I'll send you an email.
And that's something, did White do it? Did Kathleen do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's running
I
that.
don't know.
Franklin. Franklin do it?
Franklin did it. Yeah, Franklin.
Thank you.
All right.
Fine.
I'll just pass them down.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
You want to see this? Stuff. All right. This is what would be performed. This is what's being asked for. It's a breakdown of the 4 phases of the project, if you will, and the summary of the various costs involved for each little phase and task. So this is a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
And again, once we're done here, this is not going to be just the municipal engineer's baby. There will be the DPW would be trained and be able to use this, this equipment and so forth. So it's beyond Kim, probably as well.
Mhm.
So the state's going out of their way to create a statewide database, with this GIS, which is, again, Geographical Information Systems,
Mhm.
that they want any little flea that exists in the state of New Jersey to be mapped. And this was one of the next steps in doing so.
Okay, as long as they know that the cemeteries are cemeteries and not what they did the last time.
We don't have a big red map up there somewhere?
We got maps with all kinds of colors. Look,
Well, what's your thoughts on this? Are you guys, there is no financial impact to the township
Mm-mm.
for this. Are you guys okay with
I'm fine with it.
just authorizing this
I
tonight?
say do it, and just
Yeah.
give,
So,
but fine. I
Make a
mean,
motion.
there's some economies of scale too. Obviously, we're only going to bill you what we spend. And if it comes in less, then obviously we're ahead of the game. You'll only get less. I mean, if
You
only
get
spend
whatever's billed.
13.5, you're not going to get 15.
you get whatever's billed.
okay.
Okay.
So,
So we have to tell Kathleen by resolution it should be done so Kathleen can make sure that she gets the money in from the grants and sends them
well,
out
yeah,
appropriately.
that
So you
whole,
have to do
that
a
whole
Chapter
component.
159 resolution.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure out what's my motion here, Mike?
If you're of the mindset to proceed to get this rolling and authorize us to start, I would say a motion to authorize Mr. Fillion and as our municipal engineer to proceed with the development of the stormwater management program as outlined by the Highlands Council.
With concurrence from our CFO.
Right.
Well, shouldn't it be a resolution so that Kathleen just gets a copy and we don't have to do any more talking about it? She will have what we know we're
Yeah,
supposed
because I will
to
give, I'll give her the
receive,
email,
15
because,
grand.
and
A
the
motion
grant
doesn't
has
get
to
that
be,
to her.
and it has to be signed off by the mayor,
No,
or
you-
by me. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I,
There's a form letter
Yep.
that's been sent to Kim, which
Okay.
would need to be signed by Kim and put on township letterhead, assuming you want to proceed, which gets sent to the Highlands Council with some other backup stuff
Right.
that we attached.
Okay.
yes.
And then
So
they
we'll prepare
then-
the resolution, can it be for the regular meeting in October, or do you need something sooner?
No,
Do we need a resolution at all?
no.
You just authorized me to submit the letter,
Yeah.
correct, Mike? You authorized me to submit the letter on behalf of the township of participation in the stormwater management grant for the GIS mapping, right?
Perfect.
And would it say what the total amount is, and would Kathleen then get a copy so that she knows that she's supposed to be sending Mike's bills into the state of New Jersey to get the reimbursement? Because we can't get the reimbursement without sending those bills down to the
Right,
state.
that would be earmarked, because we would have to do a Chapter 159 resolution.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the Chapter
159.
159, we don't do that yet until we receive. Once we receive the money,
Well, we won't receive the money first. We have
No.
to send the bills first.
she'll set up
Okay, all right.
an amount.
I feel comfortable if there's no time constraint on this, we can wait until the October regular meeting.
And we can ask
Okay.
Kathleen.
Yeah, and then let's get Kathleen on board and figure out what it is we need to do.
That'd be great.
Because the last time we brought her
Yeah,
in.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'd
I agree.
prefer that.
let her find out what's happening. What's next?
No, that would,
conclude?
yeah, I think thankfully, complete my report.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Any other old business or new business?
To my knowledge.
If not,
Just
then,
just a word about the animal control thing.
yes.
We really should do something about, I mean, I don't know how far Frank has gone with that letter. I don't know if he sent that out yet. I don't know if you know yet, but I think we're kind of putting the horse before the cart with this thing by advertising. Did we advertise
Yes, we did.
for the position already?
Mhm.
Well, my understanding is that, we looked into White Township. That person up there is getting like $7,500
Mhm.
for what he's doing. Our budget is like $4,000.
42.
And they're not doing licenses, although I understand they are doing something. I think we need to do a little more
They're-
examination here before we
Right.
we make this determination. And we never really pulled the switch on the plan that I had, because no one ever did the Google thing, which I kept asking about. There's two components to this. The emergency thing, which the Google thing will determine how much emergency work is being done, and then the licenses.
So
And we
what
could
you're saying is
determine, a
Jeff
way
Jewell,
of...
is that where you're going with this? With Jeff
Yeah,
Jewell?
I'd like to get
Huh?
that
I thought there was no
going.
cost to get the Google in place.
I thought it was free.
And I kept asking about it, and no one ever did it.
Okay.
Okay.
After getting that, I was going to sit down with her and say, okay, I want this report, that
Who were
report.
you asking?
Tom.
First Tom, and then finally Kim
Tom,
And
took over.
Tom,
Tom
yeah.
Clark?
Clark,
Tom
yeah.
Clark, technology.
Oh, because
Ah,
he
okay.
took over
Okay.
technology.
He took over technology, and he was working with Jeff Jewell, and he had it on his bucket list to
Okay.
get that implemented.
Jeff Jewell had it on his bucket list to get in.
Tom was meeting with Jeff Jewell and going over the things besides
So
that.
whether or not it's
The
on
cameras,
Jeff-
Is it
the
on,
building.
is it on Jeff's list or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't spoke with Jeff. Last time I talked with Tom, he was clearing it with Jeff
Mhm.
again. So I don't know where we are with that.
And I think the only thing we're doing is annoying the person who is doing it. And we don't know whether,
Well, I think the initial issue was the animal control fund,
That's the issue that
Right.
we need
Was
to
that
address
money?
tonight.
right.
okay? And that was not and I think what we need is, and not to hold you, Carl, to it, but what we need is Frank's opinion on, are we going to take taxpayer money and pay these obvious bills? Because there needs to be, the fund is self-sustaining,
Right.
to my knowledge. So,
And we went from 300 licenses down to 100 licenses because we're not canvassing and resending out letters to folks who already had licensed dogs so that we don't know, what the status is.
So we need to determine how
folks-
that's going to get done, and
Yes.
can we use maybe the assistant to do some of this stuff? If it's not being done by the animal control person, someone needs to do this. If that person
Which
is not
assistant?
Kim's assistant,
We
maybe it can be
we
done in
need
the
to
office.
evaluate how it's operating overall.
Obviously, if that's an office job, maybe it should be done by that person, because if we can't pay the other person any more money, then it should be done in the office. But I
Well,
think we
there
need
was
to
additional
really
hours.
examine that first before we go
Mhm.
looking for another animal control person.
well, we do have the ad is already out there.
And the deadline is passed, and we received no applications.
Right, so,
So, let's devise a plan.
and let's
we'll
do the
review
other
it.
thing, and then
Kim can devise a plan for how we're going to handle this.
And how we're going to increase the licensing, which typically is done door to door, according to the White Township folks, and they have 800 licensed.
You could print out the report.
canvas,
You
that's
could
what they
print
used
out,
to do.
but you could print out right now, you could print out a report of the licenses from last year that have not renewed.
Or
And
2
so
years
we
ago
would,
where the
and
number
we
was
would
much
know,
higher.
exactly, because it's decreased.
Mhm.
And we would know who hasn't. So at that point, notices could be sent out,
Yep.
you know.
There's a lot of
I mean,
things
we're
that could've
going into
happened.
September. The new license term begins January 1st.
It's
You
great
know.
to have this whole thing about the Google and the tracking the
Mhm.
phone calls and all this stuff,
What we
but
need
some of
is-
this other stuff has to be done too.
Because we have
right,
outstanding
okay. So
veterinary.
now we're at the start of a plan. So,
It's a cohesive plan.
So maybe if we don't get responses on that, then we could send somebody out to the homes. We'll do it by mail first, and then if we don't get responses on that, then we can send someone out to the homes.
Well, it's a requirement of
Angelo,
this.
why don't you work with Kim, okay, and devise a plan for us to review and include the cost and present it to the committee?
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
All right. In the
And
meantime,
I'll
though,
talk to Jeff Joe.
let's get the Google thing on, okay?
I'll talk to Jeff Joe.
So we can get some
Unless you
reports in
want to,
it.
Jim.
No.
And we get a good idea as to how much emergency things that she's doing.
Okay.
So we know at least if we ever want to change, how much work is being done in that area.
Okay. God, excuse me for yawning.
Oh, no, it's been one of those days. I agree with you. Did you have, we'll go off tangent here. Go ahead.
Real quick comment about the animal control.
Can you-
Yeah, Just jump up to the mic. You'll be loud enough, please don't turn that off.
Will Spencer, Mission St. Gary Road. Just a real quick comment about the animal control, person that's been here for a while. I just want to give you some insight. It took me 9 months to get my dog license for my dog because she failed to respond to several emails, correspondence back and forth, paid the bill, sent it back, sent us the bill for the money for the dog license. So it's 9 months and she's not picking up the slack at all. She wouldn't return any calls, emails, etc. And I spoke to him about it until something was finally done. And said, that's it.
I think I know what you're going to be doing January 1st. Will is one of the primary for those out in the ether.
But anyway, 9 months is ridiculous. You go from
Yes.
300 dog licenses to 100.
Either there was a mass extinction before our eyes.
Or a mass exodus.
Or mass exodus.
And
of
every
these-
house in this town has a dog.
I don't know if
Well, they
it's
didn't-
the
Pretty
Boston
close.
area, but there's
Well,
100 dogs in my area.
Maybe they were all at 102 Bradford and they pulled out. Maybe that's what's going on here.
They certainly left their belongings
There
behind.
were
Yeah.
7 dogs in there.
Between that and the 25, 30 cats living in the gutters.
Oh, the feral cats?
Mhm.
It's pathetic. And I haven't seen her in months.
So the feral
Well,
cat
that's what I-
is
what I-
a bad-
Is that,
feral cat is a bad situation
Yep.
up there.
and it sounds like the baby crying in the middle of the night with everything.
And also it's in Stewart's Hunt.
Oh, it's the,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about cats. I'm done with cats.
I'm not a cat.
I'm
not a cat person.
I swear to God, if there's 25 to 50 of them, there's more that you don't see.
Well, you gotta watch the neighbors that feed them to keep them there.
Yep.
A very big issue across the state of New Jersey,
Yeah.
and I know some
And they've been
statistics
talking about
firsthand. You don't want to go down there.
Okay.
So,
I just want to make that comment with everything.
thank you, Will, appreciate it.
One of the
And
reasons why, so.
And that's what we want to determine. By using that, we'll get a report of every call that comes into her and see if she responded.
Actually, pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I don't know, excuse me. Yeah, so what I want to do is I jumped the agenda, so motion to open the meeting to the public.
Make the motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, step up.
Mr. Mayor, committee members, my name is Rich McQuaid. I was an applicant to be the police director here in the township, and I submitted my resume and my reference addendum and my cover letter to Mr. Stoney. I had some correspondence with her on the telephone. She invited me for a verbal, she invited me in, but I couldn't make it because I was out of state. So someone must have directed her to allow me to do a phone interview. I declined the phone interview because I didn't think that was very appropriate for me to interview over the phone for such a position. I sent her a subsequent email asking if that could be rescheduled, and I received no response. So I'm here tonight just wondering if you guys ever filled the position. Did you fill the position?
We have not filled the police director/administrator position.
Okay. How about the response? Was I declined? Am I being declined for a...
No one has been declined at this point.
No, for an interview.
No, for an interview, sir.
No one has been declined for an interview or a appointment.
Okay, but is there going to be a subsequent email to my email?
We will be in touch, yes.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Motion to close public?
Make the motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
I need 1 minute of executive.
Okay.
Really,
Of what?
1 minute.
Of executive?
Got it.
Of executive?
Personnel, with me.
Okay.
Personnel.
Make a
Okay.
motion to go into executive
All right.
session.
Motion to go in executive session for personnel matters,
I got
engineer.
a question.
Okay. Motion on the table?
Okay, on the table.
Make a motion.
Elaine made it, Jim seconded it. Anybody in favor?
Wait, let's complete this. Motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters, engineer.
Make the motion. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Hang on.
And then it would include, it would
Or just skip.
just,
Motion to come out of executive session.
make the motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll do a motion to authorize CFO to pay bills in the amount of roughly not to exceed $12,000 for Mike Finelli. We don't believe they were on the bill list tonight, so,
Are you going to do a dollar amount or his open outstanding invoices?
Open
yeah, open outstanding invoice not to
invoices.
exceed $13,000. So,
I would just say
Kathleen
15.
has
She'll know. She'll have
cover.
the authority. Kathleen has the authority to do that.
Thank
Wait, she says, you woke me up, has to be...
motion's
We're
on the
we're
table.
We're on the
Motion's
level.
on the table.
Okay.
Anyone second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion, roll call?
Yes.
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 There is
Okay.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What time is the October 1st meeting?
7 PM.
7?
All I do
And you do
is
want me to come, right? Or,
interviews?
What was, well,
No,
you're,
the-
yeah, well,
the
it's both,
Mike
it's both Margulies, yes.